Narrator VO, it started with thunder. The kind that shakes the soul more than the sky. The rain came down like sheets of glass that night, cutting across the winding back roads of Montana. 21 motorcycles, led by a woman in a black leather jacket with a broken heart stitched on the back, crawled through the storm like wounded animals. Her name was Alexandra Lexi Cole, CEO of Iron Dove Industries, a tech empire she built from nothing. And yet tonight, she looked more like a lost biker than a billionaire. Lexi shouting over rain, "Keep close. Don't split up. We just need shelter for the night." Narrator VO, behind her 20 women. All from her company's Women's program. They were on a charity ride, until the weather turned on them halfway through the mountain pass. When the thunder cracked again, Lexi saw it, an old wooden sign, half buried in mud, Hollow Creek, 2 miles. She prayed the town still had someone in it. 3 to 6 o'clock arrival, the Marine's cabin. Narrator VO, at the edge of town, they found it a small cabin with a flickering porch light. No cars. Just a rusted pickup and a handmade sign that read, "Veteran. Mechanic. Outback." Lexi killed her bike's engine, stepped off, and knocked. The door creaked open, revealing a man in worn jeans, flannel, and calm, ocean-colored eyes. Lexi, breathless, "I'm sorry for the intrusion, we need shelter. Please." Narrator VO, his name was Ethan Walker, a single dad, ex-Marine, and owner of Walker's Repair. He'd been living quietly since his wife passed 2 winters ago, trying to fix more than just engines. Ethan quietly, 20 of you. Lexi, 21. We got caught in the storm, can we stay till it clears? Ethan, after a pause, I got room in the barn. It's dry, not warm, but I'll get the generator going. Narrator VO, he didn't smile. Didn't ask names. Just turned and got to work. And for reasons she couldn't name. Lexi trusted him immediately. 6 to 10 o'clock nightfall, unexpected kindness. Narrator VO, the barn was old but strong, hay bales, cots, a single stove for heat. Ethan worked through the rain fixing the generator, while Lexi helped the women settle in. When the lights flickered on, the group clapped softly. Ethan didn't respond, just tipped his cap and walked toward the cabin. Lexi followed him halfway. Lexi, hey, you didn't have to help strangers like this. Ethan, without turning, stormed, doesn't care who you are, ma'am. Neither should people. Narrator VO, those words hit her harder than the thunder outside. She'd built a world where trust was currency, and she hadn't spent any in years. Later that night, when she brought him coffee, she noticed the faded photo on his mantel, a smiling woman and a little boy. Lexi softly, your wife. Ethan, was. Cancer took her. My son's with my sister in Billings. She worries I spend too much time fixing things that don't need fixing. Narrator VO, Lexi looked at the half-dismantled motorcycle on his workbench. Maybe he wasn't talking about machines. 10 to 1400 hours middle act, connection in the quiet. Narrator VO, by morning, the storm had turned to drizzle. The women brewed coffee, laughter filling the barn, something Ethan hadn't heard in a long time. He brought them tools, helped repair 2 of their bikes. Lexi noticed the way his hands moved, strong, careful, humble. Later, she found him outside, staring at the mountains. Lexi, you used to be a Marine, right? Ethan, 15 years. Got out after the war. Came back, didn't fit anywhere. Lexi, funny. I built everything I thought I wanted, and I still feel the same way. Narrator VO, they talked for hours about loss, about pride, about rebuilding. Two strangers who didn't owe each other anything, but somehow understood everything. When one of the women called for help, Lexi smiled. Lexi, duty calls. Ethan, yeah. I remember that feeling. 1400 hours to 1800 hours turning point, secrets in the rain. Narrator VO, that evening, the weather turned again. A flash flood warning came over the radio. The lower barn flooded and the bikes had to be moved fast. Ethan and Lexi worked side by side, hauling machines through the mud. Her designer boots were soaked, his flannel ripped. But they laughed through the chaos. Then she slipped and he caught her. For a moment, the world went silent. Just her breath against his chest, thunder in the distance. Lexi quietly, I haven't felt safe in years. Ethan, then you've been running from the wrong kind of storms. Narrator VO, the rain blurred everything, even the line between strangers and something more. That night, when the women slept, Lexi found him outside again. He was fixing her motorcycle under a lantern-esque glow. Lexi, you fixed this for me. Ethan, didn't he want you stranded here forever? Lexi smiling, maybe I wouldn't mind. He looked up, their eyes met. The storm had finally passed. 1800 hours to 2200 hours climax, choices and confessions. Narrator VO, by sunrise, the roads cleared. It was time to leave. The women packed, grateful, hugging Ethan one by one. Lexi lingered by her bike. She handed him a folded envelope, her business card and a check. Ethan, what's this? Lexi, payment. For everything. He looked at it, then tore it in half. Ethan, money didn't keep you alive last night? Don't insult what was real. Narrator VO, she'd been told no by men in boardrooms, but never like that. This wasn't pride. It was principle. She started her engine but didn't move. Lexi, Ethan. I don't even know why I came this way. Why your cabin? Ethan, maybe you didn't find it. Maybe it found you. Narrator VO, and in that moment, something inside her shifted. A heart that had been locked behind success finally opened to something quieter, realier. 2200 hours, 25:00 ending, reunion and renewal. Narrator VO, weeks passed. The storm faded into memory. But Lexi couldn't shake the thought of the quiet marine in Hollow Creek. One morning, Ethan heard engines again, 21 motorcycles rumbling up his driveway. And at the front, her. Ethan stepping out, smiling slightly, didn't he expect you back so soon? Lexi taking off helmet, well, my bike needed a tune-up. And maybe I missed the mechanic. Narrator VO, the women laughed as they unpacked food and blankets, a charity ride, this time, to rebuild local homes. Lexi had returned not as a CEO running from storms, but as a woman who finally found calm. That evening, as the sun dipped behind the trees, Ethan handed her a mug of coffee just like that first night. Ethan, storms don't last forever, Lexi. Lexi smiling, no, but some people make you wish they did. Narrator VO, he took her hand. No grand gestures. No promises. Just two souls who had learned that love doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it whispers, you're home. The bikes gleamed under the orange sky. The storm was gone, but its memory had built something lasting. Narrator softly, and that's how a bankrupt Marine, and a billionaire biker, found shelter not from the rain, but from themselves.